There's an anti-aging switch in your body, and Thoth, the god of wisdom, taught us how to activate it. I'm not going to tell you how to do it now. First, I'm going to prove to you that your body already has this power. Take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. Now, think about your energy today on a scale of 0 to 10. Remember that number. Now, close your eyes for a moment and silently say to yourself, "My body knows how to heal itself." Feel that phrase. It's not a wish, it's a command. Did you notice a slight change, a different sensation? Great. You just used a principle that the pharaohs mastered. Intention directs energy. You've already received the first delivery, proof that you can instantly influence your internal state. Now I'm going to show you the silent enemy that keeps that switch off, and it's not what you think. Later, I'll give you a 5-minute protocol that forces your body to create new energy plants. And when your system is ready, I'll reveal Thoth's final secret to activate the deep cellular cleansing that reverses your biological age. And to let me know you're committed, comment below. My body is my temple. Stay with me, because without the complete sequence, the switch won't turn on. Let's begin. That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. The enemy that ages you isn't time, it's an accumulation of cellular waste. Forget the date on your birth certificate, it means nothing. What really matters is your biological age, a measure of the actual health of your cells. That's why you can be 30 and feel exhausted, or 60 and have contagious energy. The difference lies in the amount of waste your body has accumulated. Think of a car engine that runs thousands of kilometers without ever changing the oil. The engine doesn't break down because it's old, but because it's clogged with sludge and dirt that prevent it from functioning properly. Within each of your cells, a similar process is happening right now. Over the years, cellular components become damaged. Proteins misfold, organelles stop functioning correctly, and all of this becomes metabolic waste. This waste doesn't disappear on its own. It accumulates, generating chronic and silent inflammation. It's a low-intensity war happening inside you, draining your energy, clouding your mind, and accelerating what we call aging. You don't see it, but you feel the effects every day in the form of fatigue, aches and pains, and lack of clarity. This cellular dirt is the real engine behind aging. It's what rusts your internal gears. Taking more expensive supplements or eating the healthiest salad in the world won't help if your system is clogged. It's like putting the best fuel in a dirty engine. Performance will remain terrible. The first step to reversing this process isn't adding more things, but rather cleaning up what's left over. It's about initiating a deep cellular detoxification process, a true biological oil change that allows your body to function as it was designed. But how do you force this cleansing? How do you signal your body to begin the cleaning process? The answer lies in understanding how your energy is produced. The accumulation of this cellular waste doesn't happen by chance. It's a direct consequence of an overloaded and inefficient energy production system. Your cells are trying to work, but they're drowning in waste. To begin the cleansing, you first need to fix the source of the problem, the power plants that keep you alive, which are being sabotaged by this accumulated waste. Your body has an innate intelligence to heal and cleanse itself. It knows exactly what to do. The problem is that the modern lifestyle, with its constant eating and incessant stress, never gives the body a chance to do its job. You're always in store mode and never in cleanse mode. To change that, you need to create the right conditions. You need to give your body a break, a breather, so it can finally switch on its repair mechanisms and start getting rid of the waste. And that starts by strengthening the most fundamental structures of your vitality. Strengthening these power plants is the key to turning the tide. When they are healthy and efficient, they not only produce more energy, but also help manage and eliminate cellular waste. It's a virtuous cycle. Cleaner cells lead to more efficient energy production, and more efficient energy production leads to even cleaner cells. The secret to starting this cycle lies in tiny yet incredibly powerful structures that exist within each of your cells. They are the starting point for all your vitality. The power plants inside each cell. At the heart of each of your trillions of cells are tiny structures called mitochondria. They are your personal power plants. Everything you eat, all the air you breathe, is processed by them and transformed into the energy that allows you to think, move, heal, and live. Ancient sages didn't use the word mitochondria, but they knew its power. They called it Qi, Prana, the spark of life. They knew that the quantity and quality of this internal energy defined a person's health, longevity, and vitality. When your mitochondria are strong and healthy, you feel unstoppable. Your mind is sharp, your body is resilient, and you wake up full of energy. But when they are damaged, the scenario changes completely. You feel sluggish, tired, and inflamed. It's like trying to light a fire with wet wood. No matter how hard you try, the flame simply won't catch. Similarly, no matter how well you nourish yourself, if your mitochondria aren't functioning properly, that food won't be converted into usable energy. They are the foundation of everything. The problem is that the cellular waste we mentioned earlier directly attacks your mitochondria. It suffocates them, damages their DNA, and makes them inefficient. Over time, you not only accumulate more waste, but you also lose the ability to produce the energy needed to clear that waste. It's a vicious cycle that drags you down, making you feel older and more tired. Breaking this cycle is the most crucial step you can take to reverse your biological aging and regain your energy. The good news is that you can force your body to build new, stronger, and more efficient mitochondria. This process is called mitochondrial biogenesis. It's your body's response to a signal that it needs more power. By creating a sudden and intense demand for energy, you essentially tell your body, "The power plants we have aren't enough, build more and better ones." And the body, in its infinite wisdom, obeys. It begins building new mitochondria, clearing out old and damaged ones in the process. This leads us to a fundamental question. How do we send this signal? How do we create this energy demand so powerfully that the body has no choice but to renew itself? The answer may surprise you. It's not about spending hours at the gym or subjecting yourself to exhausting workouts that leave you drained. On the contrary, it's a shockingly fast and efficient method, a type of stimulus that lasts only a few minutes, but triggers a cascade of cellular renewal that lasts for hours. This method is not an exercise that expends energy. It is a movement that creates energy. It teaches your body to be more efficient in producing vital force. It is a technique validated by modern science, but whose essence echoes ancestral practices of energy cultivation. And the most incredible thing is that it can be done by almost anyone, anywhere. and takes less time than preparing a cup of coffee. This is the first practical gateway to renewal, a secret to forcing the creation of new energy plants in your body. Forget everything you know about long, drawn-out workouts. The key to forcing the creation of new mitochondria lies not in duration, but in intensity. The method is known scientifically as REHIT, or high-intensity interval training, and it's brutally effective. The logic is simple. Instead of moderate effort for a long time, you apply maximum effort for an extremely short period. This peak intensity is the emergency signal your body needs to begin building new energy plants. The exercise is surprisingly simple and can be done on an exercise bike. You start by pedaling slowly for 2 minutes, just to warm up, without any effort. Then the secret happens. You increase the resistance to the maximum and sprint with all your might, as if your life depended on it, for just 20 seconds. That's 20 seconds of total effort. As soon as the time is up, you immediately reduce the resistance and return to pedaling slowly for another 2 minutes, allowing your body to recover, and then you repeat with a second and final 20-second sprint. That's it. The entire session takes less than 5 minutes, but the biological impact is immense. Those 2 20-second bursts of maximum effort are so intense that your body panics. It realizes that its current energy sources aren't capable of meeting this sudden demand. The response to this shock is mitochondrial biogenesis. In the hours and days that follow, your body will work to build stronger, more numerous, and more efficient mitochondria, so that next time it's prepared for this challenge. This isn't a workout to burn calories, although that happens as a side effect. This is a workout to build power. You're teaching your body to generate more energy from the same amount of fuel. It's the difference between a 1.0 engine and a V8 engine. Both use gasoline, but the ability to generate power is drastically different. With this method, you're upgrading your body's engine, making it younger and more powerful at a fundamental cellular level. The mistake most people make is focusing on exercises that only expend energy, such as long, slow runs. These workouts have their benefits, but they don't send the same powerful signal for building new mitochondria. In fact, when done excessively, they can generate more stress and cellular damage. 5 minutes of movement, on the other hand, is a surgical stimulus. It's the minimum effective dose to obtain the maximum rejuvenation response from your body, without the wear and tear of long workouts. But building new power plants is only half the equation. For these new mitochondria to function at peak efficiency, they need the right kind of raw materials. You can have the most powerful engine in the world, but if you put the wrong fuel in it, it won't work properly. And that's where the second portal comes in. Your body is hungry for a specific type of fuel, a clean and powerful fuel that modern society has taught you to fear, but that ancient cultures revered as the true source of vitality. The forgotten fuel that feeds the youth. Now that you know how to build new and powerful power plants, you need to learn how to fuel them correctly. And here, modern wisdom has completely lost its way. We've been taught to fear fat, to believe it's the villain of health, but that's one of the biggest lies in nutrition. The biological truth is that your mitochondria, your power plants, function much cleaner and more efficiently when they burn healthy fat instead of sugar and simple carbohydrates. It's like swapping low-quality coal for high-octane fuel. Ancient traditions have always known this. In Ayurveda, ghee, or clarified butter, is considered a sacred food that promotes longevity. The diets of the world's longest living populations, such as those in the Blue Zone, are rich in high-quality natural fats. They weren't afraid of olive oil, nuts, avocados, or oily fish. They instinctively understood that these foods provided stable and lasting energy, unlike the peaks and troughs caused by sugar. Science today confirms fat is a superior fuel for the cell. When your mitochondria burn glucose, sugar, the process generates many free radicals, which are like sparks that damage cellular structures and accelerate aging. It's a dirty burn. Burning fat, specifically ketone bodies derived from fat, is a much cleaner process. It produces fewer free radicals and generates more ATP, the energy molecule, per unit of fuel. This means more energy for you and less damage to your cells. It's a double win. Incorporating this fuel into your life doesn't mean adopting a radical diet. It means making smart choices. Swap inflammatory vegetable oils for extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil. Include high-quality fat sources like avocados, nuts, seeds, and wild-caught fish in your meals. One of the most potent fuels for the brain and mitochondria is MCT oil, a concentrated extract of coconut oil, which is converted into energy almost instantly, providing mental clarity and physical vigor. By combining 5 minutes of movement with this clean fuel, you create a powerful synergy. Exercise signals the need to build new mitochondria, and healthy fat provides both the building blocks for the membranes of these new mitochondria and the premium fuel for them to operate at peak efficiency. You are effectively giving your body's energy system a complete upgrade. At this point, you are already doing more for your longevity than 99% of people. But even with the best power plants and the best fuel, there is a saboteur, an invisible enemy that can undo all your efforts. You may be doing everything right, exercising, eating the purest foods, and still feel that something is holding you back, that your energy isn't where it should be. This happens because there is a hidden force in your biology, a constant state of alert that prevents renewal and keeps your body in degradation mode. And ignoring this force is the mistake that prevents most people from truly rejuvenating. Imagine you've prepared your body for renewal. You've built new mitochondria with intense movement and fueled them with the cleanest fuel. Everything is ready for rejuvenation, but nothing happens. You continue to feel tired, stagnant, as if an invisible force is holding back the entire process. This force exists, and it's called chronic stress. Not the acute stress of a momentary challenge, which can even be beneficial, but the constant, low-level tension that has become the soundtrack of modern life. This state of permanent alert, caused by worries about work, finances, relationships, and the constant bombardment of negative news, keeps your body in survival mode. It continuously releases a hormone called cortisol. In small doses, cortisol is vital. It helps you wake up in the morning and deal with real dangers. But when its levels are chronically elevated, cortisol becomes a poison for youth. It becomes catabolic, meaning it literally starts breaking down your body's tissues to generate emergency energy. Elevated cortisol is the direct enemy of cellular renewal. It actively blocks the construction of new mitochondria. It prevents DNA repair. It promotes the accumulation of abdominal fat. And most importantly of all, it turns off the master anti-aging switch, a cellular cleansing process that is absolutely crucial for reversing biological age. Your body, under the sway of cortisol, gets trapped in a war logic. There's no time for repairs and maintenance. We need to survive now. That's why we see high-pressure executives and overtrained athletes aging prematurely. They may even look fit on the outside, but inside, their bodies are in a state of accelerated decay. Constant stress is corroding their vitality from the inside out. You can't rejuvenate while your body believes it's being chased by a tiger. Safety is a biological prerequisite for healing and renewal. Without it, all other efforts are like trying to build a sandcastle while the tide is rising. Ancient sages, from Thoth to the Taoist masters, understood this perfectly. They knew that inner harmony was the foundation for health and longevity. They developed practices to calm the nervous system and signal to the body that it was safe. They knew that true strength did not come from constant tension, but from the ability to alternate between exertion and deep relaxation. They knew the antidote to that silent poison that is chronic stress. And this antidote is the key that unlocks the next level. It's what allows all your other efforts to finally bear fruit. By learning to manage your internal state and turn off the stress alarm, you finally give your body permission to heal. And it is in this state of inner safety that you can finally flip the most powerful switch of all. The mechanism the pharaohs knew, and that modern science is only beginning to unravel. The true secret to making your body cleanse and rebuild itself from the inside out. The master switch that reverses aging. We've reached the heart of the secret guarded by Thoth. The master switch that, when activated, triggers the most powerful rejuvenation process your body possesses. This mechanism is called autophagy, a word that comes from Greek and literally means to eat oneself. Far from being something bad, this is nature's most intelligent recycling and quality control system. It's how your body does an internal cleansing, getting rid of the old to make room for the new. It's true biological alchemy happening inside you. When autophagy is activated, your cells transform into intelligent hunters. They begin to identify, dismantle, and recycle all old and dysfunctional components. Remember that cellular waste, those malformed proteins and worn-out mitochondria that were clogging your system. Autophagy devours them. It breaks them down into their basic components, such as amino acids and fatty acids, and uses this raw material to build new, healthy, and fully functional cellular structures. It's the renewal process in its purest form. This is not a small or subtle process. Autophagy is a transformative force. It clears protein plaques in the brain associated with neurodegenerative diseases. It eliminates pre-cancerous cells before they have a chance to multiply. It reduces systemic inflammation that is at the root of almost all chronic diseases. Activating autophagy is like pressing a reset button for your biology, allowing your body to heal and rebuild itself at a level that no medicine or supplement can achieve. The problem is that modern life keeps this switch almost permanently off. The act of constantly eating, even healthy foods, signals the body to focus on growth and energy storage, not on cleansing and repair. Chronic stress, as we have seen, is also a powerful inhibitor of autophagy. We are living in an environment that promotes the accumulation of waste and blocks the body's natural mechanism for getting rid of it. It's no wonder we feel tired and age faster. But the ancients knew how to get around this. They didn't have laboratories, but they had a deep understanding of the body's rhythms. They knew that for the body to begin cleansing, it needed one thing above all: a break, a window of time without the constant task of digesting and processing food. They discovered, through observation and practice, the most powerful and universal key to dramatically and consistently flipping the autophagy switch. A practice that costs nothing and is available to everyone. This ancient practice, revered in virtually every culture and spiritual tradition throughout history, is the ultimate tool for activating this power of renewal. It has been used by sages, warriors, and healers to enhance mental clarity, physical strength, and longevity. It is the most direct way to give your body the space and time it needs to heal. And modern science today can measure and confirm exactly what the ancients already knew. This is the key to true inner alchemy. The simplest, most powerful, and time-tested way to switch off the autophagy switch is fasting. This practice, far from being a passing fad, has been a pillar of human health and spirituality for millennia. From ancient Egypt to Greece, from Buddhist monasteries to Himalayan yogis, fasting has always been recognized as a tool for purification and renewal. It's not about starving yourself or doing penance, but about giving your body an invaluable gift, a break so it can focus on its own repair. The most accessible way to start is with what we now call intermittent fasting, or time-restricted eating. The idea is to consolidate all your meals into a specific time window each day, for example, an 8-hour window, and fast for the remaining 16 hours. This is easier than it sounds. If your last meal is at 8 p.m., you would simply skip breakfast and have your first meal at noon. Since you already spend about 8 hours sleeping, the conscious effort is much less. What happens during those 16 hours of fasting? Your insulin levels, the hormone that signals energy storage, drop drastically. This drop is the trigger. It's the green light your body has been waiting for to switch from store mode to clean and repair mode. Autophagy begins to increase significantly, and your cells finally have the chance to do the cleaning that has been postponed. It is during this period of digestive rest that the true magic of renewal happens. For even more profound results, a 24-hour fast, performed once a week, can massively amplify the autophagy process. For example, you can have dinner one day and not eat again until dinner the following day. During this period, the body depletes its glycogen reserves and enters a deep state of cleansing and fat burning. The mental clarity and the feeling of lightness and energy that many people report after a 24-hour fast are direct evidence of this internal renewal process. It's crucial to understand that fasting isn't about deprivation, but about rhythm. It's about reintroducing into our lives the natural cycle of feast and famine for which our biology was designed. Our ancestors didn't have access to food 24 hours a day. Their bodies evolved to thrive in periods of scarcity, using that time to strengthen themselves and become more efficient. By fasting, you are simply reconnecting with this ancestral biological wisdom that has been forgotten in the age of constant abundance. However, even with the practice of fasting, activating autophagy, and clearing cellular waste, there is one last element that needs to be aligned for healing to be complete and lasting. You can clean the house, But if the storm continues outside, the dirt will come back in. Similarly, you can cleanse your cells, but if your nervous system remains in a state of alarm, the renewal will never be complete. One last component needs to be harmonized to create a safe internal environment that allows for deep healing. Calming the inner storm to allow healing. Even by activating autophagy through fasting and building mitochondria through exercise, healing will only be complete when your body feels safe. If your nervous system remains in a fight or flight state, all repair and renewal processes are sidelined. The biology of survival will always take priority over the biology of rejuvenation. Therefore, the final step is to learn to consciously send a safety signal to your body, telling it the war is over. It's safe to relax and heal. Ancient traditions have left us a precise roadmap to do just that. These are simple practices, but with a profound impact on regulating your nervous system. The first is exposure to morning sunlight. Spending 10 to 20 minutes outdoors in the first hour after waking up, without sunglasses, helps to reset your circadian rhythm. This anchors cortisol production in the morning, where it is useful, and ensures that it decreases throughout the day, allowing for relaxation and repair at night. The second tool is conscious breathing, the pranayama of the yogis. Your breath is the remote control of your nervous system. When you are stressed, your breathing becomes short and rapid. By deliberately making your breathing slower and deeper, especially prolonging the exhalation, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode. 5 minutes of slow, diaphragmatic breathing can drastically change your internal state, taking you out of alert mode and putting you into healing mode. The third practice is silence. We live in a world of constant noise, with screens, notifications, and interruptions that keep our nervous system in a state of agitation. Creating small windows of silence throughout the day, 10 to 15 minutes without any external stimuli, allows your nervous system to decompress. It is in these moments of quiet that the body can finally lower its guard and begin its maintenance processes. Silence is not empty. It is full of potential for healing. Another powerful practice is connecting with the earth, known as grounding or earthing. Going barefoot on grass, sand, or earth for a few minutes allows your body to neutralize excess electrical charge accumulated from stress and exposure to electromagnetic fields. The earth has a natural electrical charge that helps soothe inflammation and calm the nervous system. It's a simple act of reconnecting with the planet's energy field, a powerful antidote to the stress of modern life. These practices are not merely relaxation techniques, they are biological commands. Each one sends an unequivocal message to your body that the danger has passed and that resources can be allocated to repair, digestion, and renewal. When you combine this feeling of inner safety with the cleansing of autophagy and the energy of healthy mitochondria, you create the perfect conditions for true transformation. It is at this point that the pieces fall into place and alchemy happens. We have reached the end of the journey, but the beginning of your transformation. The true fountain of youth, the secret Thoth guarded, does not reside in a single pill or a single isolated practice. It emerges from the harmonious integration of all these portals of wisdom. It is the ultimate alchemy, where your body becomes the laboratory and you, the alchemist. It is the synergistic combination of a potent energy system, an efficient cleansing mechanism, and a state of profound inner security. Think of it like building and maintaining a temple. First, you build strong and efficient power plants, the mitochondria, through intense, short bursts of movement. Then you fuel these plants with the cleanest and noblest fuel, healthy fats, ensuring maximum performance with minimal waste. Next, you activate the cleaning crew, autophagy, through fasting, to remove any accumulated waste and recycle old material into new. And finally, you create an environment of peace and security around the temple by regulating the nervous system so that maintenance work can occur without interruption. This is the path to transforming the lead of fatigue, inflammation, and aging cells into the gold of radiant vitality and renewed biology. It is the journey described by Taoists of refining essence, Jing, into energy, Qi, and finally into spirit, Shen. It is a process that not only reverses the biological markers of aging, but fundamentally transforms your daily experience of life. You not only live longer, you live better, with more quality in every moment. The results manifest themselves in very concrete ways. It's waking up before the alarm clock, feeling genuinely rested and full of energy for the day. It's having a clear and focused mind, free from the mental fog that so many accept as normal. It's having a body that moves with ease, without the aches and stiffness we associate with age. It's having an emotional resilience that allows you to navigate life's challenges with more calm and presence. It's feeling, at a deep level, more alive. This is the switch that Thoth bequeathed to us. It is not a genetic destiny sealed at birth, but a conscious choice you can make every day. It is a power that resides, dormant, within each of us, patiently waiting to be rediscovered and activated. Youth is not something lost to time, but a state of balance and vitality that can be cultivated and maintained throughout life. You don't have to accept decline as inevitable. The journey to reclaim that power begins now. It begins with the decision to stop being a passive passenger in the aging process and become the master of your own biology. Every step you've taken along this path has brought you closer to that truth. Youth wasn't lost forever. It was just waiting for you to remember the way back home, back within yourself. The power to turn back the clock has always been in your hands. If you've made it this far, you're no longer the same person who started this video. You now know the map that the ancients used to control their own vitality. To let me know you've completed this journey, leave a comment with the phrase, "I turned the switch." If you feel this knowledge has brought you value and you want to help this channel grow and spread more content like this, there's a link in the first pinned comment where you can contribute directly. Any help is very important to me and the future of the channel. But understand, just the fact that you watched until the end is already a huge help. And if you can share this video with someone who needs to hear this message, your help will be even greater. And before you leave, the journey isn't over. I've prepared a special video for you to take the next step and delve even deeper into this power. Don't leave yet. Click on the video that's appearing on the screen now and let's meet there.